everyone, Sunny here with another edition of Ask Starbase. Today's question is from Cuphead at Discovery, and Cuphead would like to know, how does a trampoline work? Well, let's jump into this question and find out. While jumping on a trampoline is fun, did you also know it's an excellent illustration of Newton's basic laws of motion? There's a lot going on physics-wise when you're bouncing up and down on a trampoline. But you don't have to be an astrophysicist to understand the basics. Let's take a closer look at the trampoline physics, starting with Newton's laws of motion. Newton's first law, the law of inertia. An object at rest will stay at rest, or an object in motion will stay in motion unless acted upon by external force. This is why you don't get propelled upward if you simply just stand on a trampoline. You have to move your legs. It's also why you don't keep flying upwards into outer space after the first jump. The external force of gravity brings you back down. Newton's second law, acceleration. The acceleration of an object depends on its mass and the net force acting upon it. So basically, this means it requires more force to move a heavier, larger object. So adults have to use more energy to bounce on a trampoline than children do. Newton's third law, for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. This is where you get the bounce. When you push down on the trampoline or fall downward onto the trampoline bed, an equal and opposite reaction pushes back. Now let's talk about the mechanics of a trampoline. A trampoline is made up of a round piece of fabric, which is the bed, and springs that suspend the fabric from a rigid frame. Of these basic components, the springs are what make the magic happen, and it's all because of Hooke's law. It's a law of mechanics and physics discovered by Robert Hooke, a scientist, in 1660. His theory of elasticity states, the extension of a spring is proportional to the load that is applied to it. So basically, the heavier the person on the trampoline, the longer the springs extend. Trampolines get their bounce in the way that Hooke's law interacts with Newton's third law of motion. When you exert force on the springs, causing them to extend, then you have an equal and opposite reaction coming from the springs themselves. The springs push back with the same force that you exerted, and you're sent flying into the air. And that, my friends, is how a trampoline works. Thank you for joining me for this edition of Ask Starbase. If you have a STEM question that you would like us to answer, you can email us at ask@starbase-ct.com or go to our website, www.starbase-ct.com. Thanks for joining me. Until next time, bye.